Growing up in the Dominican Republic was very special. I lived with my mom and my sister, and that was our nuclear house. And it was a very feminist, maternal type home. My mother, she was the breadwinner of the house. She would work long hours, and so when we come home, we will have like a nanny to take care of us. My school experience in the Dominican Republic was very peculiar because my mother invested a lot of the money she earned to put us into this very elite or prestigious school that ranked really high in my home country. Yet, personally, I didn't have the best experience. First of all, I wasn't the student that I am now. I was the student that brought the really bad grades. I brought the 40s. And I was mostly like a loner. I wasn't a poor Dominican, and I wasn't a rich Dominican. I was more like a middle-class Dominican, and that school was full of very rich, preppy kids. My journey to America was very interesting. I was very young. I was 13 years old. My father and my mother decided combinedly because they believed that America holds a better educational system, and not only an educational system, but more opportunities. When I landed in New York City, it was everything like I expected it to. When we passed through the bridge, all those huge tall buildings. And very soon I realized that what the media portrays is not always true, I started realizing very soon that I have been sold a wrong image, that there's two faces of New York City, and that there's two also faces of the educational system in America. I went to MS 144, Michelangelo Middle School in the Bronx. I walked into the principal office, and because I was afraid that my English was going to limit me in the class, I told her I would like to be enrolled in an English as a second language class, which is an ESL. I was enrolled in this class with other 3 classes. So we were 6th, 7th, and 8th grader, all together in one room, with one teacher called Miss Verino. And I was extremely shocked because I was in this classroom with this extremely racist teacher. She would divide the class accordingly to race, usually sitting the Hispanics in the back. And she would say crazy things, about particularly the Hispanics. And in the Hispanic, especially Mexicans, how much she hated them, that if she could go to the border with a gun, she would shoot every illegal that would cross by. And how she was going to fail us, because she knew they were predisposed to doing bad in class. I was like, really, Mom? Really, Dad? This is what you guys call a good education? This is horrible, If somebody would have told me that that's how it was, I probably would have never came to America, ever. When the time came to apply to high school, I decided to apply to a new school. It's called Validus Preparatory Academy. And it is in Tremont Avenue in the Bronx. And I think to this day, that's the best decision I made. The vice principal, Miss Rock, Principal Brady Smith, and Jesse also, my teacher, they helped me to get to college. They helped me with my English. I became really good at writing English and reading it, compared to how I was doing. I was able to communicate. So my search, when I went to Validus Preparatory Academy, they came to my school recruiting students. They were particularly interested in targeting inner city, low-income students who are usually predisposed not to make it through college, and to help them. Through my high school experience, I realized how important it is for me to have an individual learning. And that's one of the things that really attracted me about Lawrence, I would consider myself successful so far. I don't think many people know how hard it is to leave all you know behind. Completely everything from even the food, And I just couldn't see myself going back to the Dominican Republic and say, yeah, it was too hard, I couldn't do it. Or no, that's not how they say it is this way. Whatever was put in front of me, I had to find a way, And I had help along the way, and I will be very ungrateful to say the opposite. I believe the sacrifice was well worth it. And if I was going to sacrifice once again, I couldn't just fold my hand and say, they didn't let me. I have to do it.